A growing number of Americans are turning to Albuquerque Bankruptcy Mortgage Relief as the solution to their delinquent mortgage woes. Albuquerque Bankruptcy Mortgage Relief is actually not the most appealing solution to settling home loans. This is simply due to the fact that it only offers a very small amount of protection to the borrower. It would be as if the borrower is going to face all the possible ramifications of Albuquerque Bankruptcy Mortgage Relief without aid to cushion its effects on his credit score. It is normally achievable to have a mortgage relief after Albuquerque bankruptcy, but you will require the assistance of an expert firm. Further to this, it is critical to remember that a mortgage relief subsequent to Albuquerque bankruptcy will cost you significantly more. However, there are ways to minimize this fee. To scale back the total cost of the mortgage following bankruptcy, it is a wise decision to think about several key factors. The less risky you are to the lender, the less costly the mortgage will be. Consider initiatives that help struggling homeowners get mortgage relief through a variety of programs for Albuquerque bankruptcy. Of course, we can only do so much to persuade people not to opt for Albuquerque bankruptcy mortgage relief. There are two ways in order to proceed with this. A homeowner or borrower can file either a Chapter 13 debt repayment plan or a Chapter 7. Whether you choose one option or the other will depend on Albuquerque State's bankruptcy mortgage relief regulations. After all, you may question whether Albuquerque bankruptcy mortgage relief will actually solve your debt problems. When a borrower files a Chapter 7 under the Albuquerque State's bankruptcy laws regarding mortgage relief, it will generally require the individual to surrender the property in question to one of the agencies that is responsible for such cases. Well, most of the time a borrower will have to surrender the said property to an Albuquerque bankruptcy court for mortgage relief. On the other hand, when one files a Chapter 13 debt repayment plan, the borrower will have to commit to spreading out all delinquent payments over a number of months until the entire debt amount and all other necessary fees have been paid in full. Now, do take note that this is the equivalent of a short walk in the park. It will take a few months, at least up to a number of years into the future. Albuquerque Bankruptcy Mortgage Relief offers a last opportunity for households save their houses by halting a foreclosure and by paying back any default on their mortgage loans over a period of years. Now, if you're actually looking for a way to change the proceedings or few stipulations in the Albuquerque Bankruptcy Mortgage Relief Agreement or contract, then this is not the way to do it. You'll be better off with a loan modification program instead. Always keep in mind that Albuquerque Bankruptcy Mortgage Relief currently has no extant proceedings that will modify any of the agreed-upon terms in anyone's home loans in the United States. When to get the next home after filing for Albuquerque Bankruptcy Mortgage Relief according to the existing guidelines provided by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. There is a stipulated waiting period before anyone who has filed a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. This waiting period will last a total of 4 years starting from either one's discharge date or the dismissal date. In case one files for Albuquerque Bankruptcy Mortgage Relief due to extenuating circumstances, then the waiting period is only 2 years. Remember that filing a Chapter 13 Albuquerque Bankruptcy Mortgage Relief will require a totally different waiting time for the borrower who filed it. A Chapter 13 bankruptcy will have a waiting time of 4 years from the dismissal date or a couple of years from the discharge date. Unfortunately, Chapter 13 Albuquerque Bankruptcy Mortgage Relief stipulations do not have any exceptions for extenuating circumstances. Now, take note that the rules say that there is a waiting period of 5 years from the closest discharge date for anyone who has experienced multiple bankruptcies. In such cases, the allowance for extenuating circumstances is 3 years from the stated dismissal date. Remember these details in case you opt to file for Albuquerque Bankruptcy Mortgage Relief. The foremost fear of numerous households in major financial trouble is that they may lose their properties. Whatever your debt problem is, find the Albuquerque Bankruptcy Mortgage Relief you need to move on with your life. Filing for Albuquerque Bankruptcy Mortgage Relief can help you and your family achieve financial freedom.